You see an Asian and you're like, huh, I wonder what's up with him. You do that, don't you? You're disgusting. You shouldn't judge an Asian just because you saw him for the... Okay, I know none of you do that. You're all great people and I love you and I respect you. The truth is the stereotypes of being Korean are pretty much the same ones that apply to if you are Chinese or Japanese, East Asian in general. And those are the stereotypes that I was linked with pretty much my whole life. So the 6 that I'll mention in this video are ones that people have actually assumed of me because of my ethnicity. And you know what? Some of them are really stupid. Actually, they're all false, for sure. But yeah. Number 1, we're just gonna come in swinging. Small penises. You thought I'd save that for last. No, small penises. Hey bro, I heard Asians have small penises. Nah, bro, that's just me. Can I see it? Now there were 10 different studies recently about this that all measure different average size penises for every different ethnicity. Wow, this video is just like running off the rails now. Literally ranged from anywhere from 3.8 inches to 6.2 inches, but the average of all of the studies was 5.3 inches for Asians, Americans, and black people. So they statistically concluded that it really had nothing to do with that at all. And let's get off this topic before we get this video demonetized. Number 2, people have assumed that I'm smart because I'm Asian. The truth is there are some dumbass Asians and some smart ass Asians. And I was thinking about this last night. What does smart even mean? Yo, bro, you mind if I cheat off your test? Because I didn't study last night because what we're learning is pointless. Yeah, sure. What the hell, bro? I failed the test. I didn't study either, dude. I just assumed you were smart. Nah, dude, I'm stupid. Just like you. Just like me. Having or showing a quick-witted intelligence. That's it. Basically, if you're able to think or respond quickly and effectively, you are considered smart. But with iPhones nowadays, we can all pretty much come up with an answer in a few seconds. And IQ has a lot to do with your ability to take a test. So you can be quick-witted and responsive, but not good at tests. So it wouldn't even be measuring the real sense of what smart is. In fact, only 0.25 to 1% of the entire population have a abnormally high IQ, like a genius level IQ. And most people statistically think they're smarter than most people, which means most people are self-delusional. Number 3, talented. At least I've gotten that stereotype multiple times. Yeah. Woo! This dude is awesome. It's not fair. The only reason he can do that is because I'm what? Well, you know, he's, come on, back me up. I don't know what you're talking about. If you have something to say, you should just say it. Because I'm what? It's because you're Asian. It's actually true. Samurais were always good with their hands and their genetics got passed down to me, so. Wait, really? No, you stupid, dumb piece of What seems to be the biggest variable to people getting good at things is how much they actually enjoy doing that thing. And if looking up the statistics of intelligence made me roll my eyes, looking at the statistics of talent made my eyes want to fall out of their sockets. Even the idea of talent is subjective and based on perspective of what you think is good and bad. There's no real objective reality of what talent really is. And let's take art. What if there was someone who was perfectly talented at drawing circles? He could do them every single time, but he couldn't draw a stick man. He had no idea how to do the lines after the circle. He could just go like this perfectly. And people are like, wow, he sucks at drawing. Well, he's actually really talented at drawing circles. And talent really doesn't have any correlation with success. I feel like I should explain that, but you know what, let's move on. And number 4, Asians are passive. Absolutely not true, because when I used to Taekwondo as a kid, the ones who would kick my ass the hardest were the fellow Koreans. Hey John, it's nice to meet you. I've heard a lot of really good things about you. Oh! Ah! Dude, stop! Dude! Plus, I grew up with 2 brothers, one being South Asian, one being Korean, who were the most aggressive people I've literally ever met in my life. They were always looking for a fight. They're like, yeah, I mean, someone would say something about me and they'd be like, are we fighting? Yay! But I am very, very non-confrontational, so we were always much different from each other. I can't stand the idea of conflict because it rests with me for the rest of the day. I'm sitting there wasting my day thinking about this event that happened, going over it in my head. That's why I always try to avoid it like the plague. Again, it mostly has to do with your surroundings. If you are surrounded by a bunch of kids who kind of act a certain way, it's going to be much easier for you to act that way. But, you know, in my case, I just wanted to be like against that. I was like, oh, the violence is too much. I don't know what today. Number 5 is weak, like just physically weak. You think anybody here could lift that building? Maybe Timothy, Charles. Well, John probably couldn't, but what's that supposed to mean? Nothing, you just, well, I just assumed you didn't work out, I don't know. John, ignore him, he's missing half his brain anyways, and I mean, that's a little uncalled for. He is tough, despite his slanted eyes. My spinal cord. In any race, you can find very skinny people who seem to put a lot of effort into trying to become bigger and having a lot of trouble doing it. So genetically, we're all disposed to having a hard time getting buff, or the opposite, where some of us can do like one push-up and all of a sudden we have a 17,000 pack with massive pecs. The fact that my friends are white won't have anything to do with the fact that if I did 20 push-ups, I'll get more of it than they do. It has to do with like our genetics, period, as the individuals of what we got from our specific parents. It's not the entire race that's like, sorry guys, you're weak, you're strong. It's like, and I know people will bring up like statistic reports, but I'll talk more about that at the end. And number 6 is that Asians are robotic. We don't really react or get emotional about anything. And I used to believe this about myself growing up until I started watching the right kind of content that triggered me. And I am an emotional bag of baby if I watch the right anime or hear the right song and link it to this right moment. I cry now more than I ever have in my entire life, and I'm a grown-ass man, guy, baby. Hey John, have you seen the Pokemon movie? I am not amused, happy, excited, sad, or angry about your stupid human entertainment. Oh, he's such a cute, loyal mouse. Plus, when you're younger, you just try not to cry. You don't want to see your homies to see you. And plus, that's a thing where like men don't cry. I mean, that's just applied to like pretty much all men in my generation growing up, thinking that it was a weak thing to cry. So I don't think it had to do with Asians. I think it literally had to do with like all men. And the truth is, a lot of people say like, well, statistics this and statistics that. The truth is, if you try to look for statistics that match what you already believe, you're going to find those statistics. Literally out of every report I found, every single result was different. Anybody who did these tests would find absolutely completely different results because the world is very variabilistic. I think I made that up, but that sounds so much like a word. One of my favorite quotes that I think Naval Ravikant said is that the more labels you put on yourself, the dumber you become, and I understand this now more than ever. If you're someone who's like, man, I'm a left-wing, liberal, skater, Christian, you put these constraints on yourself by putting labels on yourself. If it's done without hurting other people, you should be free to express yourself any way that you want, any way that feels right in the moment, and I hate the idea that Asians can feel restricted by these labels or stereotypes, or anyone can, right? Women can, black people can, white people can. I mean, straight up anyone can feel these constraints, and you never should. You shouldn't let other people try to dictate how you feel or you respond to situations. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy this video, let me know down below. I'm obviously trying to do something new with this channel, so if you do like it, you know, yeah, let me know. I need to know. So take care. I'll see you next time. Hopefully I upload every Tuesday and Thursday. That's my goal right now. So yeah, that's it. Take care. Progress daily and keep killing it.